morning, everyone. Well, good morning, everyone. How are you today? It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. Great! Glad to hear it. Well, today I'm actually going to go film today's vlog and tomorrow's vlog, which obviously you'll see tomorrow's. Right! Tomorrow. So, we're going to take Jai out. He's going to go out for a walk, play around, have some fun, and then I'm going to hop in the car. And the reason I'm doing this really is because what I really want to vlog is a handful of hours away. So it's going to take me a few hours to get there, a few hours to get back. And there's something along the way that I've wanted to see for a while. So I said, 2 in 1, let's do it. Let's hit them both. So Daze with Jordan the Lion, the little monster on the floor, begins now. You weren't offended by that little monster on the floor comment, were you? You know I was just kidding, don't you? Would you like to go for a walk? You would? You would? Okay, let's go. Can't imagine anybody will object at a few palm trees before we head out of here, will ya? He's kicked it up a notch because he just found some of his friends ahead. Oh, here he comes. He sees his friends. Oh, he's a happy dude now. He got to play with a couple of his friends. I was hoping we'd run into somebody. So what we're going to do today, what you guys are going to see today, is we're going to stop off in San Bernardino and we're going to go to the location of the very first McDonald's. This should be really cool. I mean, it got a lot of notoriety, especially from the movie The Founder with Michael Keaton recently, but I think it's just, you know, for me, McDonald's has always been a staple in pop culture. I mean, as long as I was a kid, it was like synonymous with Mickey Mouse and the American flag. You would just see McDonald's signs everywhere. So I think any place that has served billions and billions of people, we should go check out where the very first one started. If you ever want to know what real California life is like, this is it. You're looking at it. This is what we all go through living here. It's actually not too bad right now, but it's just a lot of driving on freeways. And it's really more smoggy than sunny most days. San Bernardino. One of the bridges, one of the overpasses into San Bernardino's kind of an interesting part of our story today. I'm having a Frank Drebin moment right now. Frank Drebin moment. Well, here it is. This is the original location. If you saw the movie The Founder, then this is the original location that you know where Mac and Dick, says up here on the sign, Maurice and Richard, McDonald officially started the McDonald's that we know today. Now, when Ray Kroc incorporated it and started it and everything, he did that in Illinois, and so there's always been some discrepancy as to where the real #1 McDonald's was, but it was right here. This was it. This was the story of these two guys, and they actually have a great mural of them over here on the wall. The story of these two guys is basically that they, much like many people in those days, made their way west to California from somewhere else in the hopes of a better life, a new dream, and there they are. So they originally came out and they were working at Columbia Pictures, driving trucks, and decided to go into opening up their own food type restaurant. Well, actually before that they bought a theater in Glendora and it didn't do so well, so then they saw, well, you know, with the Great Depression, people can really only afford to purchase food, or that's, you know, small cost food. And so they noticed that somebody in their area was having success with hot dogs, so they tried the hot dog craze and then eventually tried to do, well, they weren't getting quite the business they wanted, they thought, because their town was too small. So they decided to, originally, the stand that you see here, that was originally here, that was their original stand that they were selling hot dogs out of, and since they couldn't afford to build a new one, they just decided to move it. And with as I mentioned on the way out here, with the bridge, the overpass being in the way, they realized the only way to do that was to cut the structure in half. They brought it over to here. They started doing the car hop service, and that wasn't real successful because everybody was kind of doing it. So they came up with their speedy method of making it available to, you could walk up. It was basically bar service. You walked up, you placed your order at the counter, and your order was ready within 30 seconds. Look, they've got a Rolling Stones concert flyer there, 1964. But yeah, that was the original idea, was that you'd park your car, you'd go up, order your meal, and since originally when they started this barbecue, it was originally McDonald's barbecue, they were selling like 3 dozen different foods, and realized that really when you broke it down, they were really only selling hamburgers, drinks, and fries. So that's what the McDonald's specialty became. You would get in line and there were only 3 things to order. Now it says that this is the original musical railing, McDonald's original musical railing. So now this site is, it's a museum, so let's go check it out. Then it says that this is some of the original tile flooring were salvaged from the original golden arches designed in 1953 by Dick McDonald. Even the little plaque is worn out. So let's go on in. They have all kinds of memorabilia in here, and a lot of the story as well. They're the brothers now, unfortunately, or maybe not unfortunately, I don't know. They never wanted it to be as big as it became. That was when Ray Kroc got involved, and there's the original barbecue stand in '46. The 2 brothers out front. Now this is really cool. You can see some of the original caps and shirts and uniforms, and a little history between you and I, guys. I was a McDonald's employee. There's the orange drink. Now, one of the things that they did that was so well was they came up with that, like I said, that speedy service blueprint, where they literally designed the kitchen to work around fast service. There's Mac tonight. It's great. They've got like employees of the month and things like that. Ray Kroc's first McDonald's into Plains, Chicago photo, and that's the one that people have a little bit of, you know, that one's the one that's always called the first McDonald's, but it's not really. And there's the multi-mixer that Ray Kroc was selling that made him find out about the McDonald's brothers. He was actually trying to sell multi-mixer machines and got a call needing a big order, came and saw the operation. Look at all that. And those golden arch right there. And that photo right there is where we are located, 14th and E Street, the golden arch there. That was Dick McDonald's idea. He thought it would be a great eye catcher when you're driving by to get that roadside attraction. And these are props from the movie, The Founder. And that's signed by the cast. That. Yeah, Michael Keaton and Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation. And they say that the movie is fairly accurate, so those are the fries they used in the movie. Kind of cool that I've wanted to come here for a while, so it's probably good that the movie memorabilia is here now, and that's the one that he's dragging around and throwing in his trunk. And right there, actually, Michael Keaton. And here in this case, it says that these are all the pieces of memorabilia left, the contents from the remaining restaurant that Ray Kroc built a block away from here. Here's some of the old McDonald's toys. And I was a huge fan of the Happy Meal growing up, of course. And that's really one of the things that not only made McDonald's huge, but also caused the rift between the 2 brothers and Ray Kroc, was that Ray Kroc had this vision of making this gigantic, and the brothers really didn't believe that you could keep the quality the same. Now I like this case a lot because this shows different Happy Meals and different promotions they've done all over the world. Here you can see Korea and Guam and the Philippines, showing how far this really spanned, because when Ray Kroc got involved, oh, Mighty Ducks, when Ray Kroc got involved, this was the successful store, but they had others that were not successful. And he believed that if you could find somebody that could help manage the quality, then that would make all the difference, and that really did. Yep, toys from all over the world. Collection of old McDonald's shirts. And if you think about it, it's really amazing what McDonald's has done in their career. I mean, they've done pizza and they've done salads and they've tried everything, which is kind of strange because that's kind of what didn't make them successful. And if you think about it, all the things they've really tried, they've pared away from, because it really always comes back to being the burger, fries, and drinks are the success. Oh, there's all the old McDonald's pies. I didn't even know they had a corn pie or a spinach pie. I only knew about the apple. And of course, I always thought that was a cool idea too, to give kids the trick-or-treat bucket. There's the evil grimace. Oh, that's cool. Take a look at all the old Coke machines and Coke products and everything over here. 1900 bean counter. The 1970s McDonald's high chair. Vote Mayor McCheese. And what better place could you put this than Route 66? Look at that, the old McDonald's toys. And at least when I worked there, McDonald's had the same theory that they had starting this. When they trained you, it was like there's a specific process in which every single thing goes on the sandwich and in what order, and 1970s crew memorabilia. Nice bow tie. Have a nice breakfast. And of course I remember the famous Flintstones movie promotion, and another great one I haven't seen around here is the USA Dream Team promotion. Oh, and Batman, that was a great one too. And who remembers when the Big Mac was still able to be served in a styrofoam box? That was a big deal when they changed that over. Oh, that's cool. Authentic 70s cups and packaging. I love that. There you go, there's a bunch of Olympic stuff, including a torch. Torch and blazer.
Hello. Welcome.
And then a pretty great display case of, oh yeah, I remember the transforming chicken nuggets. It's kind of cool. It's very cool. And then here they've got commemoration of the 50th year anniversary. Jay Leno. These are all people that worked at McDonald's at one point, famous people. So Pink worked there. Looks like Keenan Ivory Wayans, Jack Black, Andy McDowell, Rachel McAdams. And this is that location right here. And then check out all this stuff. It's kind of like a Pittsburgh Pirates hat. The vintage 1984 employee advertising hat for the Big Mac. That's very interesting. And then look at the old uniform in here. What a great museum. All the way down to that guy. Now that's kind of cool. Look at the burger with the hat, and then right next to it, it says, "This terrazzo is from the original floor of the first McDonald's restaurant." That big black chunk right there. Well, we're gonna go ahead and head out of here. There's the Speedy Coast to Coast advertisement, like I told you, and some original hats, and we'll go check out the rest of the outside. It's an original McDonald's drive-in straw, and the original mugs. And that's comparing Michael Keaton to the real Ray Kroc. And I wonder if McDonald's was the first restaurant to have a playland. It really wouldn't surprise me if it was. So check it out, they have one of the old little toys that you could ride. And I remember those from when I was a kid. And check that out, the history of Route 66 right here on the wall. All the way down to, check that out, that's really awesome. Right over here. Legendary performers played at the swing, including Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin. Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones' first US appearance was at the Swing Auditorium. Whoa! I guess we'll have to vlog that someday, won't we? I didn't know about the Swing Auditorium, that's very cool. Phil Ye founded Cartoonists Across America. Then over here we have the Hamburglar locked up as he should be. It's kind of funny. And then in part of the mural, oh that's cool, Grimace Teeter Totter. They have a commemoration here of the first African American school teacher in San Bernardino County. And then if you look at the very, very top up here, painted up there, it says, in memory of Richard and Maurice McDonald, it started here. Oh, and even Bugs Bunny's in on it. Oh, cool, they have a hidden mystery machine over here from Scooby-Doo. Did not expect to see that. Along with like a baby on top. A baby mystery machine Jeep. Then look at the back, they have a little like storage unit here, looks like, and they've painted that whole thing in the theme of the McDonald's restaurant. Now this is like kind of a touchy subject because a lot of people hate, you know, in history that Ray Kroc got involved and ruined something special and everything, but you know, without Ray Kroc it's very possible McDonald's would have never became what it was. And so for that you do have to give him some credit for kind of seeing the vision beyond. Check that out. Now the building and the museum are owned by a company called Juan Pollo, like I think it's a chicken restaurant. But they keep the memory of the original McDonald's alive here. Can't argue about that, can't complain about that. Then as we make our way all the way around the restaurant museum, you can see some of the old little cars here for Route 66 and even more history of some of the businesses that were in this area. You can see on the roads of traffic here, Subaru and Two Guys Pasta and Pizza, and then right up here you have, on this exact location, 1940, Richard Maurice McDonald's built their barbecue restaurant. 1948, they remodeled the restaurant as illustrated above. And we'll soon be there. And there it is, the original location, the very first McDonald's as we know it, where Dick and Marie started it, and a commemorative plaque to end it here. Now I accidentally picked the worst possible day to do this vlog because there was a rock festival, like a music festival, in between the two places that I vlogged today. You'll see the other tomorrow, and so it made this day twice as long driving wise as it should have, but I hope you guys enjoyed both of these places. Of course you saw one today, but you'll see the other tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed this vlog. I know I did.